Hi, this is a routine case of phacoemulsification. The nucleus management has been done and time to aspirate the cortex. Nothing remarkable, it looks like any of the routine cases, and as the first few chunks of the cortex are aspirated, I reach this area where suddenly I can see that the posterior capsule is being dragged front. And at this moment, you can see that looking at the semilunar shape, my first reaction was, is it a PC tear or is it a lax posterior capsule because of the laxity of the zonules? I wasn't sure. So I paused there for a moment, push the reflux button, leave the cortex there, relax itself, and come out. Now I'm trying to analyze what this could be. Again, refill the bag with OVD and then switch hands. And now I'm going to aspirate the cortex from the other quadrant. So that cortex could be aspirated out. So in that flow, the cortex near the zonular dehiscence area also gets aspirated. Just come out. I'm going to fill the OVD in the capsular bag. And now I'm sure that this is a case of a localized posterior zonular weakness, and I would want to support it by using a capsule tension ring. So I'm going to use a capsule tension ring which is 11 to 13 mm in size, and it is being threaded into the capsular bag. The originally planned multi-piece hydrophobic lens is being implanted into the eye. OVD both in front and behind the lens is aspirated out, and the side ports are hydrated. So let me go back from the beginning in this case. As we all know, zonular weakness can be generalized zonular weakness, or could be specific to just the anterior zonular weakness, or could be just the posterior zonular weakness. More common is the generalized zonular weakness, where the entire zonular apparatus, both the anterior and the posterior, is weak. The evidence of anterior zonular weakness would be whenever we puncture the anterior capsule, we see these radiating folds coming across the puncture point, and these are indicative of the anterior zonular weakness. And whenever we want to tear the capsule, tearing is going to be much more difficult. However, when there is an isolated posterior zonular weakness, we can see that that particular quadrant of the posterior capsule becomes extremely thin, and the posterior capsule trampolines, and it tries to come in and get aspirated into the aspiration port. So we rewind the case and see, when I puncture the anterior capsule, there is no radiating fold, and tearing of the capsule is also quite easy. So there is no evidence of any anterior zonular weakness. So when you're doing hydrodissection, the hydrodissection seems to be complete. The nuclear rotation is also quite free. So there's no evidence of any zonular weakness now. During phacoemulsification, everything goes on very smoothly, so not an issue at all. The first time I noticed the zonular weakness is during cortex aspiration, that too in this particular quadrant. The cortex is quite sticky to the posterior capsule, and when trying to aspirate, we can see that in slow motion the posterior capsule is fluttering, and in this quadrant we can see the semilunar shaped sign is being seen, and for a novice surgeon it could mimic a posterior capsule tear. But in this case there's no posterior capsule tear, it's just a localized area of posterior zonular weakness. And the management again is going to be just fill in the bag and thread in a CTR to support that area, and the bag will be fine. So this was a small video demonstrating a posterior zonular weakness in one case, which was of course looking innocuous. Thank you for watching and hope it helps.